What are you drinking?
A San Miguel.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, it's like punishment drinking that.
Uh,
Is
No.
it?
What
Oh,
what
I'm not too fussy. Anything that helps calm me down.
what does
I'll
it
drink
taste
battery acid.
like?
It's just beer. It's just lager.
huh.
Yeah, it's just
See,
standard.
I'm laughing because in the US we have Sam Adams, so I'm thinking like
Oh no,
most
it's just a
American thing you can grab and then
regular lager. Just on side note, just a quick tangent. I met up with Jake from Orlando Accomplice a few weeks back, and I got a Bud Light. I know people hate on Bud Light, but I got a Bud Light, and I
Mhm.
went to one of our finer establishments in the UK. You won't have heard of it in the States, but it cost me £1.99 for a pint of Bud Light. Now, Sam, that's unbelievably good value, isn't it?
That's not bad going at all, is it? I bet he had a pint of Stella, didn't it, though?
He did, yeah, he did. I couldn't
One
believe it. I was
ninety
like,
nine.
£1.99, yeah, for a pint.
And the thing is, American
Yeah.
pints aren't even real pints, like
Yeah.
two-third pints.
Honestly, I had to ask the woman. I was like, I think I've made a mistake. It can't be that cheap, and it was, but it was spoons, Sam.
Yeah, he told me where you're going. I came
Yeah.
up with as many excuses I could think of when I heard spoons.
Oh wow.
Spoons, Castleford. Oof, come on.
It was more about
All
the
right, time to
comfort.
Google
It
it.
Yeah, I'm
was
gonna
about the
look it up.
comfort. I can't believe you just didn't want to come.
No, I couldn't make it for what it's worth, but spoons, yeah,
One
I
pound
think it's
ninety nine for a
generally
pint.
quite loved amongst the UK people, but I would imagine if you were a US tourist coming in and you went to
Mm.
Spoons, you're in for an experience.
But yeah,
Is
one
it
pound ninety nine.
Weatherspoons?
That's the
Yeah.
one, Kenny. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to
Okay.
think of a what would be the comparison, Sam.
I don't think I've been to enough places to know what a
No,
comparison
I'm the
would be. I've
same.
been to quite a
Maybe
few
like
places. I'm yet to find one that is Weatherspoons level.
Would
don't
you
know.
Give me
say like
vibes.
a
Think
Chili's maybe? No.
kind of, yeah, kind of. I guess in your world, maybe a Chili's because it's kind of a running joke, isn't it? Chili's in the States, whereas like other Brits come over and are like, this place is amazing.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah.
Chili's. Yeah.
Applebee's.
I love
Yeah,
Applebee's.
I'm getting that vibe. Cheddars,
All
you
the
know.
Cheddars.
Yeah,
Yes,
I do, yeah.
cheddars.
All the hits.
yes.
Literally naming all the places that all of us go to.
Yeah,
Just think
well,
of
they're
our
good.
drive.
I go to Applebee's all the time. I love
Oh, really?
Chili's. Yeah.
But come on, at Chili's, you can't get this appetizing meal right here. I
Oh,
mean, come
yeah.
on.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
those
good
those
stuff right
plates are
there.
those plates are famous, Kenny. The
They look really nice. Like,
thing
They
is, I
haven't
reckon
had
I have
the
a thing.
MCO carpet.
I didn't think we'd be talking about Wetherspoon, but here we are.
Blame
People like
Danielle.
the tangents. Maybe that's all
When I
those.
come visit for when Universal UK opens, definitely we're going to
Yeah,
Weatherspoon.
we'll take you to Spoons, Kenny.
He'll
The
be in
thing is,
City Walk,
you
don't
might
worry.
like it.
Did he walk?
Oh dear.
Oh, that's funny.
Will be 1.99 a pint then if it's in City Walk, yeah.
No, it won't.
No.
It'll be 7.99.
No, it'll be 14.99. Are
Yeah,
you
that's
kidding
true.
me? Seven's so generous.
What's Dan? What's $2 in? What's £2 in dollars? Do you know,
Uh, I mean, about
350.
70, 280.
3.50. So it was $3.50 for a pint of beer. Whereas how
That's
much is the
so
one at like
unfair.
at NBC? It's like $8 for like less than a pint.
Way
Plus
more.
Oh, see,
tax,
Way
that's
more.
like
plus
theme
this.
park pricing though. Like if you go
Yeah,
out
true, true.
somewhere,
Yeah, like
That's fair.
four
that's
ninety
pretty.
nine probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
at a normal restaurant.
I have a spinning wheel on my iPad and a spinning wheel on my laptop. And my biggest fear is
Oh,
my laptop is going to re-show my face and I'm going to look ugly to y'all. So
Again, for what it's worth, Daniel, it frees at a good facial expression. So
it did.
Cassie and Kenny look really disappointed in me on what's looking at me right now on my computer. So
What?
we're all pros. It's okay.
I was about to say.
It's the rankings, you know what's coming.
I know it.
Disappointed faces there.
I don't think we're going to disagree too much, but we shall see.
I
We
think
shall
there's
see.
a couple where we might.
Yeah, a couple maybe. Right, shall we get started? Could be a bit of a long one potentially.
Yeah,
Let's.
with
Okay.
Rhonda here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna hit.
Wait, I just realized his name said Rhonda. That's so
That's a
funny.
proper inside joke.
Depends what order you release these in as well, because that may make no sense.
This
So,
will come out afterwards, yeah. But
okay.
people watching it will be seeing Ronda, but hopefully they'll get the joke. If not, They all know who you are anyway.
There we go.
Universally speaking, winning the long run.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the University Speaking podcast. Joining us today, we have another full house again. I mean, what are the chances of that? Kenny, Cassie, Sam, and Danielle all alongside me today, and we are completing our ride tier list rankings, finishing off with Universal's newest theme park, Epic Universe. If you haven't listened to the others featuring Universal Studios Florida and Island Adventure, please do go back and check them out if you want to shout at us all, because I'm sure you will do and disagree. It's what it's all about. Kenny, have you got a prop, sir?
I do. So if you follow me on Instagram, Kenny and Marks, you might have known that I spent Christmas Day at Epic Universe, and one of my props that I received was this button when I was walking into Dark Universe. So I had a monster shirt on. Thank you, Danielle. So when the team members saw it, they were like, they wrote a button for me. It says Victorious Christmas Experiment 2025.
That is so cool.
And
Very
just
cool.
to show off that wonderful shirt, I did bring that too. So
That's
amazing. Silent Fray.
Just
Love
explain
it.
what-
Got all the monsters.
Kenny's got a Christmas jumper themed to that universe, our classic monsters. Did you wear that on the day? Did you wear that on the
Yep,
day?
I wore it on Christmas Day with the Santa hat, but it was too hot for that, so I took it off like an hour into the day. But
Right, before we get started then, how did you guys find doing this? Because I struggled quite a bit. I mean, I feel like if you've only done some of the rides once or twice, then I don't think it's the truest of scales personally. Whereas obviously the studios and islands, Daniel, have you froze?
Yeah, I was worried about the lagging.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
don't
I thought
know.
you were
Yeah.
really excited about something.
No,
Just
no,
smiling.
no.
So yeah, I don't think if I do a ride once or twice, it's kind of the truest scale. So I don't know, how did you guys find doing this for Epic Universe?
I spent all of about 40 seconds doing my list, so I'm quite happy, to be honest. I've gone very cutthroat. I think for me, having that luxury of going back a second time probably like cemented where things weren't, or kind of where I needed to readjust accordingly. But to be honest, I think mine probably follows a very similar sort of order to where my initial rankings were. So I thought it was okay personally, but I completely agree with everything you've said, that if you've ridden something 50 times, you've got a much better idea of what it's like as opposed to riding it once or twice.
I had a pretty easy go around with some of the popular rides because I felt like I've ridden those the most. Whereas some of the ones that I didn't love as much, I was like, gosh, do I rank this as low as I'm about to put it? You know, like I feel like I was maybe harsh on one or two, but for the most part, I think it was pretty easy for my favorites.
I think I had the benefit of being the freshest person to ride this stuff since I was just there like a week ago from this
Hey,
recording.
don't rub it in, Kenny.
I know. And I got to do some stuff more than once, more than 5 times. So, and it really helped make this a lot easier. But I'm the kind of person where my tastes change, like depending on the day, depending on the trip. So where I have something during this ranking may not necessarily be where it's at, a couple of weeks from now. So we'll see. We'll see. This was pretty easy though.
So once again, I also asked you guys, the people of Instagram, for where you placed every ride. So I'll announce those after we've finished each one to see kind of where the general consensus is. And this time I also asked ChatGPT as well, our dear friend, to see what the old AI thought. And just on that, I also asked it to define the tier list ranking system, as we and the listeners may have different ideas of what's classed as kind of, so make of this what you will, but they labelled S tier, superior or special, industry leading, and the absolute best. I can think of a few already. A tier being excellent, outstanding, just shy of the very top, high quality and very enjoyable. B tier good, solid, above average, well executed, but not quite groundbreaking. C tier, pretty standard, average, does its job, short, simple, and maybe limited appeal. D tier, poor or limited, below average, very niche audience, like solely for kids, for example. And F tier, again, pretty obvious, but fail, like Fast and Furious. F, fundamentally bad, unpleasant, boring, or frustrating. Hopefully, we won't have to use any of those today, but who knows? Who knows? Sam's already pulling faces. Right, it could be a bit of a long one, so let's get into it. Kenny, where should we start?
Let's go to Isle of Berg.
Isle of Burke. Interesting. That was the bottom of my list. Okay. Um,
Not enough concrete.
right. Let's start with something that. What did you say?
You chose Isle of Burke when there's a literal portal like explanation for the worlds that you could have like picked.
Oh, sorry. Well,
You call yourself
Celestial
a
Park
Universal
then.
fan, Kenny.
Celestial Park then. Okay.
Right. So where are we going?
Celestial Park. We're going to Celestial
Celestial Park.
Park.
Okay. Right. Well, let's start with something that I actually haven't done yet. So let's start off nice and easy with Constellation Carousel, not what you call it, Sam. And I'll come to you first, Sam.
So I ranked this when we were doing our ranking episode, I think at the very bottom of my list. So I don't think a lot of this. But that being said, I've gone C for this one. I don't think it's amazing, but I think compared to comparable rides kind of in that space, it's something a little bit different. It's got the lights, it's got the music, it's not designed for us, albeit I did ride it on my own. So for me, does what it needs to, nothing mind-blowing. C.
Danielle?
Yeah, I did a C as well. I think it has its unique features. I was thinking of the music specifically for this one and the way it spins around. I'm never going to be a carousel fan because I hate slow loading rides and individual checks in that capacity. But yeah, I put C because it's a nice ride. Did it once. Probably not looking back unless somebody else I'm with really wants to do it. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad carousel, but it's not like I'm going to remember it at the end of the day as an attraction I even did.
C for carousel.
Not
Gonna start doing this again.
This again.
Okay, sorry.
Not this again. Alliteration.
Sorry. Yes, no, I did actually put a C though. I agree. Danielle's point really also just reminded me. I mean, it's at a 5-minute wait when I got in line for it, and literally it was probably 10 to 15 minutes because of how slow it loaded. Not that takes away from, too much. I just thought that was like, a little odd. But I would probably say at night this is a better ride just because it's cute and lights up. But yeah, I'm not going to go higher than a C.
Kenny, are you making it a full house of C?
There we go. C. Yes, it is
Yay.
definitely C. Ignore the backwards C that I put up a minute ago. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, it's a great little carousel. It's like I think one of the only few in the world that use the same like design system for it, which I think that's pretty cool, but it doesn't really elevate it. Like it's just a good carousel.
C for carousel. So the people of Instagram said C as well. They agreed with us all. 35%. 32% went D, so it was really close between C and D. And then 19% B and 14% F. That's pretty harsh saying F.
Dang.
I mean, I know it's just a carousel. For a carousel, it looks pretty cool. And Chat GPT said D, so they were the negative ones. Boo to the robots.
Yeah.
I think with all these, you've got to look at them somewhat with its intended market. A bit easy
Yeah,
for us to rate so many of these rides Fs because they're not designed for us. But actually,
Not a coaster, F.
very much.
Yeah, I didn't even because I'm all about accessibility, and that made it more of a high C for me than a low C, just because of the market that can ride it in the park.
So I think there's only 2 attractions in Epic Universe that don't have a height requirement, so absolutely. But no, AI, D.
Moving on to the second ride in Celestial Park, then in Stardust Races. Danielle, how high are you going on this one?
Yeah, I'm ready to. I'll be the defender of it. I went S for Stardust for me, not because of alliteration, but because just the absolute joy I feel every single time I've ridden this ride. I've never had a bad run on it. It's always been like super smooth and exciting for me. I love the music. I love the joy. And you guys know I love looking at other people when I'm on an attraction. So I really like that shared joy element that goes with it. And yeah, and I just love how unique it is too. Like the music was made for it. And I really enjoy it. And the fact that it has different music depending on if you ride it at day or night, like that's such a cool little feature to go with it. So for me, I'm sticking with S.
Cassie, S?
S for sure. S for Stardust. Okay, I'm done. I'm so sorry. I just had to do it. I'm gonna have to keep doing it. I know all the listeners are gonna be like, please shut up, please. This is like the 9th time in a row I've done this. But no, seriously,
Still funny, still funny.
S is just kind of, to me, if someone said A, I would accept it, but it is one of the best coasters I've been on. It is intense, it's thrilling. The dueling factor is like gives it a double S, I mean, it's awesome. Light up at night is again a completely different experience. So S.
Double S for Stardust Spaces. Sam, S.
S for shit hot. Yeah, you had me at coaster. So much I could say, but I'm just gonna say it's a coaster. It's amazing. It's S.
I have not experienced it, but sounds like you guys know exactly what you're doing. And a lot of other people on Christmas did not experience it because they had a 5-hour delay. But when I was there, yeah, we went down for a while and did not come back. But hey, it's dueling coaster back in Universal Orlando. Give it an S. Yay.
Yay.
S for Stardust. I'm with you, Cassie.
Yes.
And as for myself, I'm just pleased I can give an answer on this because, again, I still can't believe I've done this multiple times, day and night, and both sides as well. Yeah, cheers, Sam. Thank you, cheers. I'm still milking it. I'm never gonna let it go. I kind of put A/S, leading more towards A, but again, I have absolutely no hesitation to go with S as well. Like I said, everything you said, completely agree with it. I'm not kind of too bothered about that. I can see why it's an S. It is outstanding in what it is, and it's right up there. So yeah, I'm pretty flexible, and we're going to go with S. Let's see if everyone else agreed, and they did. The people of Instagram, 74% said S. So again, there was never really a doubt in anyone's head with this one. 17% said A, 6% B, and 4% C. I mean, 4% is very small. I mean, I didn't get many votes anyway, so it's not many votes, but still, 2 or 3 or 4 votes for C. I wonder why they would choose that anyway. That's not
They
worth
must have just
bringing up.
not like it's too intense, maybe. Some people will vote lower if they get off a ride and they're
Yeah.
like, I'm never doing that again.
Feel sick
Yeah.
or something.
And ChatGPT, they also agreed with us and said S. But interestingly, they called it Starfall Races, which is a real throwback.
Ooh,
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go, yeah.
That's a bit
Copyrighting
behind
that
the
AI
time.
there. Yeah.
I know. That's 2 nice and easy ones to start with. Cassie, where do you want to go next? Which world?
Let's go ahead and knock Wizarding World Paris.
Okay.
Let's go over there.
I didn't mean to bully Kenny out of his selection. I didn't know we were doing round robin.
No, it's fine. It made sense to start where we started.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Kenny, we've not got HR department just yet, so you'll have to just deal with it.
Okay.
That's
Go
funny.
on, Cassie, take us away then. Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Battle of the Ministry. Okay. I so badly wanted this to be an S. Okay. I so badly do, but I am ranking it an A. I could also go for a B, but I'm putting A because of how amazing the Death Eater animatronics are. Like that that makes it an S in my opinion. But the screen usage, I'm also factoring in how long it takes to freaking load on that ride due to all the technical difficulties. There's just a lot that needs to be worked out. I just don't think I could put it up there with some of the other rides that we're going to talk about that I have an S for. So yeah, I gave Battle an A.
Interesting, you said you could potentially go B for Battle.
If I waited 5 hours for that ride and you asked
Yeah.
me my opinion, I would put it a B for sure.
Yeah, I guess I've taken it with thinking about just the ride rather than everything else comes with it. But no, A seems fair. Sam, where are you leading to on this one?
I've gone B for B mode, which is how I experienced half of the attraction in August.
Shout out Nick Chandler.
Fair.
Sharon, that's a blast from the past, and then back to me, Nick Chandler. Yeah, so thankfully I didn't have a 5-hour wait. I waited about 15 minutes in August to experience it. But yeah, I know you've kind of said for you, Jay, you've concentrated more on the ride. I think for me, the best part of that attraction is that queue. It is that entrance. You know, you go through into the Flu network, and you see everything for the first time. That's mind blowing. I think the ride is good, but if I'm being honest, I think having taken Nick Chandler's virtual queue out of it and not having that, that build up of am I going to get on it, have I not, now having experienced it the second time round, it didn't quite live up to it the second time round for me as much as I enjoyed it the first time. So it was a good ride. I'd certainly do it, but when I think about going back on that attraction now and how long I'd queue for, would I be willing to wait a long time for it? No, probably. If I'm being honest, it's a 45-minute max minute type of attraction for me. So if it's going to be that sort of length where, you're talking sort of B category. So it's a good ride. Looking forward to doing it again, but nothing mind blowing.
I think I'll go next because just to mix the order up so I don't get the last every time, I'd have to make a decision and just go along with the crowd. It's interesting you say that, Sam, though. So I think about it a little bit differently. I kind of take my own personal enjoyment out of it slightly and try and look at it from the bigger picture because I can see how amazing it all is. Whether I fully enjoyed it or it was what I hoped, it wasn't. We all know it wasn't quite what I was hoping for, and it didn't live up to the hype in my own opinion. But for what they've tried to do and the innovation and the technology they've used, I kind of give it more props because they've been that ambitious, and it's like I can see how amazing it all is. Whether it, and we all know it has a lot of difficulty, should we say? I don't really look anymore, but I'm guessing it's still having its problems being up and down, and you can't lift your feet off the ground an inch, or you can't lift your back off the seat, or there's so many rules. So I look at it a little bit differently. Again, I've put down 2 letters. I think we all know, well, for me anyway, it's undoubtedly right at the top end of it. So I've got A/S, but being in the position that I am now, I'll have to go for one, and I will go for A, because just down to my own personal enjoyment, it isn't. I don't love it as much as other rides in the park, but I can appreciate what they've tried to do. So I'll go with A. Kenny?
Well, you guys know I'm a big fan of big grand experiences and very high tech, high budget experiences. And for me, that ride just makes me so happy when I get on it. There was a point where I was kind of like, okay, am I crazy? Is it weird to like this ride so much? But then as soon as it starts that first bounce, I'm like giddy and like smiling ear to ear. Like I love it so much. Love the technology. I love finding all those new things that are in it. And I guess I must be lucky, but I've been on it 6 times and I've never had it delay on me like while I was on it. I've seen it with all the animatronics working. I've seen it with 90% of the effects working. And for me personally, it's an S in my book. However, for the purposes of the podcast, I'm willing to go A for it. I know it's not quite for some people it didn't live up to the hype, and I guess I understand, but for me, I kind of had it appropriately hyped. Like I knew it would be a really impressive ride, but I wasn't going into it thinking it was going to be like the best thing Universal's ever made in the history of the company. Like if you go on to anything with that expectation, you're gonna be disappointed. Like anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So A's good.
Danielle, you agree?
Yeah, I enjoy this ride. I get a lot of excitement out of getting like whipped around and everything. My gut reaction to rank it, I was more with Sam. I had a B, and that wasn't factoring in wait time or anything. It was just like I forget about it. Like I don't know, something about it just it doesn't stick with me. Like that ride, the plot, every time I have ridden it within the last 2 months and still I was like, wait, what was it again? I don't know what it is, but I do feel the joy. Like I can feel Kenny's like joy radiating towards me, pushing me up to the A where I'm not gonna like hold my ground with Sam and the B's. But I enjoy the animatronics the most out of everything, and I think that's what makes me want to rank it higher. But yeah, something about the AI freaks me out. With the
Those
trio.
faces at the end.
Yeah, with the trio, that freaks me out. But also, like, how fun is it to hang out with the trio again? Something like we went 10, 11 years without since we got since Diagon Alley opened like that big of a gap. But yeah, the AI freaks me out in that regard. But not the most memorable ride to me. So my gut reaction was B, but I'm flexible to go up to A so we can agree on something.
Wow, I thought I was going to be the negative on this podcast. I've tried to be positive about the Ministry because I'm like you. I agree with what you said. I don't really love it that much. I enjoy it, but I don't come off and I'm not grinning from ear to ear. And I was a bit worried as well because I know that loads of people enjoy it. And like I agree with what you said, Danielle, about Kenny speaking so passionately about it. It's like, you know what? He's got a point. I'm easily swayed, can I say?
I also didn't want to take in too many outside factors like the queue, but if I were
Yeah.
a factor in the queue, the photo op would also make me want to go more positive because I think it's very unique that
You
daily
got it, Kenny.
profit where you get to be
You
in
got
it.
it,
I think
Kenny.
that's so fun.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
agree, Danielle. It's so cool. Yeah, Kenny, where's your picture? Do you have it near you?
Oh, hold on.
Danielle, I do agree with you though. I do think that photo op, I literally was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen when I got the photo package. I didn't have it printed, but I had the digital version of it. But still, every time I see someone have it printed, I'm like, dang, I would definitely spend the money on that.
How much
No,
was it,
apparently
Kenny?
I don't have it handy.
How
Sorry.
much was it, Kenny?
Oh gosh, that was the most I've ever paid for a ride photo ever. It was like,
It was
I think it was $30, which
Yeah,
for
I
me
think
it
it's
was
30.
worth it because at that point
That's
I had
not
waited
bad.
like I had waited like 4 hours for it and got delayed, and I was there with all the vlogger people doing it for the first time. So I mean, that experience was just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But then when I went on it again afterwards, like it still had the same feeling. And when I just did it recently, I did it single rider, only waited about 30 minutes each time, and
Yeah.
I mean the ride's worth it. I mean it's good. Oh, and one quick side note, when I was there, the ride vehicle was kind of turned at an angle and you could see another one leaving. My jaw hit the floor when I saw how high up you are. Like I could not believe it because
come on.
the lift thing, it goes up like a good 15, 20 feet in the air, and the thing underneath it looks so long, and like it was amazing. I was like, wow. So now I know where the bounce comes from.
No, saying that just made me anxious, knowing how high it goes up. I thought I was like 5 feet off the ground. Now to know
Oh,
I'm 20,
no.
I'm like, if this thing fell, I'm cooked. Like, I don't.
We'll lock in A then. People on Instagram said A, 44%. The next highest was S with 34%. Again, probably not too surprising. Just 13% went with B, and 9% went with C. Again, C seems extremely harsh for that attraction. Interestingly, ChatGPT went for S.
Okay.
So
As it should.
maybe the AI faces of the trio are leaking into
they
ChatGPT.
felt akin to it.
I'd love to know ChatGPT if it's just like looking at wait times and it's basing things on that. It'll be interesting when to Curse of the Werewolf, whether
think
it
it's
ranks that
actually
high or
by,
actually if it's taking other things into account, people's ratings.
by power of editing, Sam. I can tell you, I've still got it open. What did it say? Here's a tier list style ranking based on ride system, scale, innovation, immersion, and early creative intent. Yeah.
Interesting.
It makes sense. There is no other ride like it. I mean, it's pretty
No,
much
there
like
isn't.
the next generation of like, the Spider-Man ride system, but it's just done in a totally different way that hasn't been done. So I think that's what sells me on it, honestly.
Right, that's all sorted. Danielle, where do you want to go next?
I have to because I bullied him out of it.
You got to know.
I
You
love
did
Bird.
not bully me. That's Sam's job.
Kind of bullying.
Yeah. Isle of Berg for me.
Okay, so kick us off with again. We'll start with fire drill because I've not done it, so I can't share an opinion. Go with fire drill, Danielle.
Oh, that's embarrassing. I actually forgot fire drill on my list, if that says anything. Okay. So, one fire drill for me. Whenever I went with the most, like the largest group I've gone with, there were 8 of us. We got to do fire drill, and that back to shared experience. The shared experience of it all was super fun. Even when you're in line, if I don't know if it's because the people on the boat are really good or really bad, but you're still already involved. You're getting wet. I don't know how many of y'all have done it. Okay. So not Cassie and Jay. Okay. In the line, we were getting soaked because like one of the targets is right by the queue as well. So like we were already involved before we even got on. I think it's a fun group activity. I don't, outside of that, it's not thrilling to me. Anytime it's broken down, it's they have to literally drag it out of the water. Like I don't think it's the best ride system. It's just fun and cute, and that's not enough for me to like rank it super high. So and the fact that I forgot it is telling me a lot. So I just put it at C.
Yeah. Throwback to when we forgot Twirl and Hurl in the studios episode as well. Kenny?
Okay, well, I will say it's a very fun attraction. I mean, I've done it. You get wet, you get the laughter from that, and then shooting the targets, all that part's really good. But Also, it is probably the worst boat ride that exists in Orlando right now. So I'm going to go ahead and say a D for that one. It just, I mean, I know what they're trying to go at for it, but it's very short, like track wise, and it moves slowly, so it feels like you're getting a longer ride, but you're really not. And then once you've, fired the water cannon a few times and got wet, you kind of get the point. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And cardboard cutouts. Cardboard cutouts for the win.
So are you going for D for Drill of the Fire?
Yes.
What do you want?
I could be talked down to F for fire drill.
Ooh, hot take.
Cardboard, do you want fancy animatronics on a water ride? Like you guys with Ripsaw, like what do you want? It's gonna get soaking wet. Let him relax.
I didn't say anything about Ripsaw Falls. Not me. It was Cassie.
You think you're Dexter. If you're watching the video, Cassie will be back.
Eddie, that's twice Danielle's coming for you tonight.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is one where I'm kind of thinking like, okay, maybe the static figures would have been okay for it. Okay, but then also thematically, I think they're supposed to be cardboard cutouts because you're training for what to do if there's a fire.
Correct.
So it's all fake fire. Yeah, there we go. Woo. I rationalized it. So now I'm a solid D instead of almost an F.
And they're Vikings. It's going to be crude drawings. Like, it's not going to be the artwork of the century, You're
right. You're right. Yeah.
I love how we're training for fake fire here, but in the film, they're quite happy throwing lots of real dragons at the guys to help them train for that element. So they're trying to kill them, breathing fire, all that absolutely, is fine. But on a water ride, best be cardboard cutouts.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect the first argument to be over fire drill, but here we are. Here we are. Sam, where are you going on this one?
I am aligned with one of my co-hosts.
Oh, the suspense is unbearable.
And that co-host is Kenny.
Yeah.
The attraction for me. I think it's one of those attractions that actually you get more from it being off the attraction than on it. I think it adds a lot of kinetic energy to that land. I think when you're walking past it looks good. But yeah, the queue's horrendous. And like Danielle kind of said, there's one bit where there's just puddles and you're getting soaked. It's okay, like Kenny said, for about a minute, maybe 30 seconds, and you're like, I'm kind of done this. The water gun isn't powerful enough to actually hit the cardboard, so you don't have to worry about that rotting away in the Florida heat. And I think when I did it in August, bearing in mind I was doing it with two kids, who you'd expect this to be, quite engaging and quite fun for. I think we got about halfway around, a lot of us, and we just took it as a boat ride from that point. We stopped doing the primary purpose and we just kind of took it in and was looking forward to it being over, to be honest. So it's okay, but I would agree it's one of the worst, if not the worst, water rides at Universal, if not Orlando. So
I have ridden Fire Drill.
You have?
Yeah, which one were we? I thought we were talking about Dragon Racers Rally.
What's going on here?
I have been on Fire Drill. That was Dexter's fault, okay? D for Dexter. Fire Drill.
Let's rewind that again. Rewind that.
Okay. I thought when we started in Isle of Berk, we started with Dragon Racers Rally.
No.
All right, that was on me. Okay, sorry. Yes, okay. I have written it. It's a D. That's what I got.
Not you got.
D. That's what I got.
D for damn.
Right. So we'll lock in D for Fire Drill then. And the people of Instagram also agree. 34% went with D, so it was pretty close. 29% went with C, 19% B, which is quite a lot for B, but if their kids enjoy it, I guess that might rub off on the parents as well. And 17% went for F, which again seems the other end of the scale and a bit too harsh because it's well themed, isn't it? It might just not be the most thrilling of experiences for little ones. I've not written down ChatGPT's answer, so bear with me again. I think it might have forgotten about it completely, to be fair. Yeah, it's not even listed it. ChatGPT officially didn't even realise about Fire Drill, so it's along the same lines as you, Danielle.
Yeah. I'm paying a great C, but I support the D.
Right, moving on to Dragon Racers Rally. Cassie, should we start with you?
I haven't written this one.
Oh, we haven't? I'm having a nightmare tonight. I really am.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
me. I just
No,
caused the
but
most chaos in a podcast ever because I had to let my dog in.
I'll edit that out as well.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I haven't written it.
Sam, do you want to start, or Rhonda, as I might have to call you now?
So this is the only attraction where I was between two letters.
Ooh.
Um, I do have some personal hatred, which I know you'll find hard to believe that I could dislike something. But for me, although I understand how they've tried to kind of put the story in, for me, it doesn't belong in that land. I think it's cheaped out a little bit. And bearing in mind the last ride we've just talked about potentially not hitting the mark as well, I think it's a little bit disappointing. Maybe that's where I should go. I've said a word there, so you know what I'm going to go with it. D for disappointing. I think although they've put some pretty colours on it, it's still an eyesore. The fact that it's generally got quite a long wait. I think the fact the queue is very, very basic. The fact that you don't have the opportunity, should you wish to really spin. I think when we've seen similar attractions elsewhere, you're fully in control and you can spin and spin. But I think the rivets are a bit too tight. That I think maybe the odd person can get a spin out of it, but certainly not to the point where you can go crazy if you wish. So for me, I don't know what it really brings to the land. If I want to go swinging, go to a kids' playground with Joey and Elle. I don't really need it in Epic Universe. So D for disappointing.
I have also not experienced this attraction, mostly because it looks nauseating. Yeah, this seems like an incredible waste of space, and I cannot believe that people sat down and drew out the plans for Burke and said, "You know what we got to have? We got to have one of those spinner things where who thought of that?" And then for the nerve of them to build two of them to help the capacity, and it still has like 100-minute wait.
The person who built this or approved this must have been the same person that approved Doctor Doom. There's some similarities there.
Like, look, when you're building a park, you gotta have this. You gotta have this. You gotta have a carnival ride.
Oh, it's awful.
Danielle, are you going to be positive or not?
I will not be positive because it's a long load-in process and it's a short ride, so the payoff isn't there. I think if we were going for like a carnival type ride, the move, if we're talking swings, like a chain with the chains and the swing, that would have been a fun ride. Or the one where you like lay down on your belly like a dragon and swung around in that
Makes
fashion.
sense.
I think those would be more effective and where you're like swooping around like this kind of. Do you know what ride I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
know what you're talking about.
So I put F. I am not a fan of this at all. I'm not a fan at all. If you can, I know Express can't necessarily exist for everything, but your design flaws is why Express won't exist for this ride. So I just think it missed the mark on what it could have been and should have been there. So this is one I don't even look at it. Like it's just, oh, that's not a food stand and it's not Hiccups like workshop.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep moving. Like that's what I just keep moving.
Wow. Definitely not
Sorry.
positive there, Danielle.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I never actually gave it a grade, so I'll go with F2.
Oh, wow.
Kenny's never written it. Strong opinions.
I'll try and be a little bit positive then about Dragon Races Rally if I can. I will say I think it's pretty unique how you can try and flip yourself, regardless of how difficult that may be. I guess also it adds kind of some rewrideability. If you kind of come off it and go, I didn't get a spin that time, I'll get it next time. So at least there's something else rather than just going around in a circle and swinging up and down. You can try and do the flips. I didn't try because I didn't want to, but some people may try and do it. So yeah, I agree with you, Danielle. Loading process is a bit of a nightmare, but I try to think about just the actual ride itself and forget about all of the other things that come along with it. So I went with D. So I think is that 2 Ds and 2 Fs?
Yeah. Let the people decide.
Let the people decide. Well, interestingly, 35% said D. So I guess we'll go with Danielle.
Okay.
Danielle got a twitch.
No, I mean, it's so interesting. I thought you were about to say C. I was like, what?
I know,
Well,
like,
Well,
But
the thing is-
35% of
Go on.
people are really agreeing. That's a popular number so far.
Yeah. Interesting you said C because that was the next highest at 29%.
wow.
and 23% said B.
What?
Maybe we're missing
What?
something. Maybe because this is literally the last of the rides for me. Like I would ride every other ride in the park again before I rode this one.
I was gonna say, like, imagine some family from like Colorado coming to visit Epic Universe, and they spent like 2 hours of their day just in Birkin. They did Fire Drill and Dragon Racers Rally. It's the image I have in my mind.
Literally.
Colorado has your heart. Okay.
And 12% said F. So there were still quite a few that agreed with yourself, Danielle, and yourself, Kenny. ChatGPT gave it a C.
Ooh.
I really want
lots of
ChatGPT to suit up and get on the rides and tell me how he really feels because it's a D from looking at it. Like I can't.
Right, moving swiftly on to something more positive, I hope. In Hiccups Wing Gliders. I definitely don't want to go first with this. So, Danielle, I'll let you take the start on this one.
I love this ride. I love the animatronics. I love the speed. I love the length of it. And I love the music. I think it's super fun. And I just really enjoy this ride. I gave it an A.
So I wanted to give this an S. I absolutely love this attraction, from experiencing it on my own, experiencing it with Joey, the soundtrack, which I disagree with some of your comments I think you made before, Jay, that for me, the volume, it is still pumping. It is still loud enough. I can still fully take it in. The animatronics, like Danielle said, the layout, the fact you go around Burke, you kind of got that second launch halfway through. I think it's got a lot going for it. But I am in complete agreement with Danielle that it's an A attraction for me. It's just a little bit short. The back end, I think like Stardust suffers from a little bit. There's some bit where there's just a lack of theme and there's not a lot going on. So I think from a kid's perspective, really, really good kind of first real coaster or heading into that direction. I think for adults, really fun. Certainly can't wait to get back on it, but I think it just needs a couple of bits more to be an S attraction. So I'm going A.
Yeah, I'm with both Danielle and Sam because I wanted to rank this an S, but I looked at what I ranked as an S. We have Stardust and one more. I think I ranked an S that we'll get to. And it's hard to put that up there with those just because of the minimal theming at the end. I think like as soon as that last takeoff's done, I'm like, this is so much fun, but there's a little more I want at the end, like more dragons or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's an amazing ride. So I think Hiccups also makes up for the other two that are in that land. And I'm thankful it does. So A.
Yeah, Cassie, I'll completely agree with you in what you said. Maybe not the ranking. I really, really enjoyed it, but not quite as much as everyone else seems to. The music, as we all know, is my absolute favorite. Maybe I just need to get my ears tested to increase the volume levels. But like you said, Cassie, the final part of the ride still doesn't quite sit right with me, and I can't let it go because I'm flawed like that. I just can't stop thinking about it to the point in which like that's all I can think about. I forget about the amazing first 3 quarters of the ride. So I've gone with B.
What would make it better? Because I'm picturing like the end of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, where like you see like the cottage and Snow White like dancing and everything. Would something like that in that empty green space, like is that what it's missing? Kind of we're all friends here. Thanks for joining us. Is that what
Yeah.
it needs in that gap?
I think anything like that for me personally, like obviously I always go back to Hagrid's and how you're immersed the whole way around, even though some of it's just like painted wall or it's just like fake
Yeah.
paper, whatever it is, it doesn't look great, but it's still you're fully immersed all the way around. Whereas that end part is you just coaster. You've got the music, but you're just a coaster coming to kind of its conclusion. There's you can kind of see the fence in the background, and it's like, oh, that's doesn't look great. So it just bugs me. So just anything would improve it. But I can't disagree with any of you. It's an A. Go on, Sam.
I was going to say, I think even some trees, just like some big,
Yeah.
decent-sized trees. So you're quite low to the ground. The trees are towering over you to kind of feel some of that speed. Just the last little bit of immersion, I think, as you go around that corner. Be decent.
Yeah.
Maybe they're growing,
All-
so take a while to grow the trees.
Might need to plant them first. Might save them a few
Yeah.
years, but yeah.
Kenny, are you in agreement with the majority here?
Oh yeah, this was the easiest ride to rank. It was the first thing I ranked when I made the, tier list in my notes. It's an A for sure, solid A. The thing that keeps it from an S for me is that it's not, to be honest, it's not like a groundbreaking industry leading
No.
coaster. Like it's very much things that Universal has done before. And I just think they did it again. Like they knocked it out of the park, did a great job on the ride, but it wasn't anything that's like, superior level. And I also think these just a little bit too harsh. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So we'll lock in A. It was just me being slightly negative. But interestingly, we've steered away from the 35% club from Instagram people, Danielle. 58% said S. So it's quite convincing. Top tier. Like I said, I know it's loved by a lot of people, and that clearly shows it. 28% said A, 9% went with B, and just 4% said C. Chat GPT agreed with you as well. They went for A. I'm saying they like they're a real person, whatever they are. They them.
It
For
said
me, one of the
A.
things, Hiccups is such a good ride, despite like I love Isle of Berks so much, and I'm not a fan of the show, and I'm not a fan of two of the three attractions. Like that's how much I love Hiccups. And also all the merch and all the characters in there. But yeah, like it's a strong ride for that land.
Right, moving on to the penultimate world. Sam, where would you like to go? Dark Universe or Super Nintendo World?
So I want some drama, and I don't know if it'll just be me creating the drama, you guys disagreeing, but for me,
Probably.
that drama belongs in Dark Universe, so that's where I want to go next.
Here
I
we
can
go.
feel it.
Strap in, folks.
I already know. I already know the way that I've bullied Kenny twice so far. It won't happen here. We're gonna be like this for this, okay, Kenny? Lock in.
Okay,
Lock
It's a
okay.
rule of three. You can't bully
Gotcha.
people 3 times. Twice is okay, but not 3 times. That becomes personal.
Oh boy.
Right, so moving into the dark world of Dark Universe. Let's start with Curse of the Werewolf, Kenny's favourite pointing statue person that was featured on the documentary at the end.
It got a whole
We'll leave
scene.
that
Like,
for a
what?
future episode because that was an
Okay.
interesting thing
Okay.
that I
I-
flagged
All
up
the
when I
comments,
saw
yeah.
it. Be careful with that when they're carrying it onto the back of the truck.
They
Okay,
take everything off as well, and everyone's just
Yeah.
stood there like, what?
Yeah. Anyway, Curse of the Werewolf. Kenny, I'll come to you first.
Okay, well, as I've alluded to, this ride moved up my list of favorites at Epic Universe. It is so much fun, and it's so great at night, and even in the daytime too. I mean, it's just a really fun coaster, especially when you get the spins. You guys know I like the spins. With that being said, I know how to enjoy things while also realizing that they may not be the best in the world. I'm gonna go with a C for this one. C for curse.
D for Curse, yeah, of course, yeah.
It's funny, I wrote down C for curse. And
Catherine, you don't
And
tell the rest
really-
of your rankings. We can guess yours.
I know, I was about to say, just look at the letters. But honestly though, like it makes sense on this one. Like Curse of the Werewolf, fun, you know. Just there's a little bit of me that kind of could go lower or higher, depending on the day, depending on the type of ride I get,
Who you
who I'm
with.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes a huge difference, but I'm gonna give it to C because I think it's in the middle. Feels like an afterthought. I've probably said that 100 times. So
It was, for all intents and purposes, like they planned to put a show there, but they were like, let's put a coaster, and then like they cheaped out on it. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if they went all out and did like a Hagrid's level coaster in that
Mhm.
land and themed it to Curse of
Oh.
the Werewolf and built a forest. It'd be the best ride in the park, but they
Agreed.
didn't.
I'm thinking
Yep.
about that Universe show now. How cool would that be? That'd be all
Hey,
fun.
that was
Maybe.
the plan.
Just me? Okay.
Okay.
For like a creature ride at one point, or is that expansion rumors for the?
That was
Yeah,
always an
expansion.
expansion rumor, but I
Okay.
feel like it's slowly becoming a dead rumor because
Yeah.
silence on it.
As for me, this was one of the easy ones to rank. I think it's not quite as bad as some people make out. And like I agree with you, Cassie, it depends who you're with, and kind of if it's day or night, or the experiences that the memories you're creating on that day. But I also know it's not a groundbreaking attraction. I think we all know that. It's pretty obvious. But yeah, I think they've done a decent fun ride. So I'm going middle of the road as well. C for Curse.
So I was in between two letters. and I very quickly went for one of the others. And it's not unfortunately a C for Curse. It is a D for Dark Universe
Knew it.
or Dark. Where do I start with this one? I haven't ridden it at night for what it's worth, and I do agree that I think it would be a better ride at night. Is that because you can't see the nets? Maybe so. I don't know. It's short. It's off the shelf, as kind of Kenny's alluded to, just a last minute addition. The animatronic at the end, Jesus Christ, I've
Animatronic.
seen better things as like a mannequin in a store.
Kenny would say.
You've got the werewolf in the middle that the majority of people on that attraction will never see. I've never seen it. It's like what the chuff's going on there.
Which is the name
got-
of the ride.
He started. Now he started.
It's got horrendous throughput. The queue, the queue is on par with that mannequin at the end. It's just, it does nothing for me. Never mind the fact you get to the middle of the day and it's quite easily an hour plus wait, this attraction. They could have done so much more with this if they invested the time and the money. I think we've talked about it before in WhatsApp, but had they made this an indoor attraction,
Yes.
almost like the Mummy, where you can kind of then control it being dark, you could put some real animatronics in there. You could make this so much cooler than what it is. It's just something where it's like Dark Universe, themed amazingly, really strong attraction over here. We need something else. What can we do? All right, we'll stick that in. So I get why you guys have gone see and understand at night time. Maybe it would tick that indoor attraction box a little bit more for me, but it's a D for me.
Yeah, I've not done it at night, but I'd like to do so. Danielle, where do you sit on this one?
Yeah, I love Curse. I think it's so fun. When I get a good spin ride too, like it pushes me like into a higher tier, but it's not consistent, so I can't grade it on that. It is too it is too short, yeah, and the eye contact, it's fun. I just really, really enjoy this ride. But it's not long enough for me to rank it super high. So I'm gonna lock in, which was funny. I was also thinking C for Curse because at the beginning I looked at it and I was like, oh, actually a lot of these match their letter that I'm giving them. But I didn't want to say that and give it away. But yeah, I really enjoy Curse. I'm not waiting a long time for it. I want to like, oh, I can walk on. Like that's exactly the mood that I'm in near park close where I can ride it at night. But yeah, it is fun. Everyone walks off giggling, but also probably like, well, that was really short. So there's the joy, but also I understand where it falls short. I don't think I care as passionately about things as Sam does. So I just won't get on board with that. But I recognize the flaws in my loved ones. So there we go.
Sam, do you walk off the ride giggling? Just wanted to ask you that one.
No, I walked off the ride in August looking for the photo because I saw flashes. So I thought my photo pass expires soon. Where can I get the picture? Actually, there's no picture. It's just what else can we do on this attraction to make something, crazy go in the middle? I know, flashing lights. Woo.
Yeah.
For this segment, for this episode out of context, it should be like, am I the drama? And it's just Sam like, and that means.
That'll be good.
Now that I've remembered the flashing lights, maybe it is a sea-level attraction. You know what?
But did you not see the werewolf when you whizzed by through it like 30 miles an hour? Did you not catch it?
No.
We'll lock in C then.
Lock in C.
The people of Instagram also agree. 41% said C. Interestingly, Sam, the next highest was B with 29%. You'll be pleased to hear that.
It's the coaster boost.
Yeah, exactly. It's always got a bit of a boost, isn't it? 20% went with D and 10% went with F, which, given your big passionate speech there, Sam, I'm surprised you didn't go F.
It's not Fast and Furious bad, is it? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
No, it's not. Good point. And more good news for you, Sam. Chat GPT went for B.
Wow.
Bit
Interesting.
too high. Bit too high. It's a cool, interesting, fun little ride, but I don't think it's anything more than that. So
It's a 140-minute wait right now.
What?
Swear.
You guys want to roll back some of your letters and
It also, I didn't take this into account. It has one of the most inefficient single rider lines in
For
existence.
sure.
It is the same weight, if not longer, if you do single rider.
See,
You're gonna
that
vomit.
is wow. It's funny you say it, Daniel, because I did it single rider last June and I walked straight to the front, but It might have been a low wait time or something, or EP. I can't remember, but
Yeah, I think June may have, if people hadn't realized like the single ride
Yeah.
and tried to take advantage of it. But yeah, it is not pretty over there.
so it's currently a 2 hour wait. What time is it? It's 4:07, is it? 4:07
Yep.
p.m.
It's,
And all right.
yeah, it's the last day of peak as well. It's the last day of like Universal holidays. So
It's not the biggest queue, so surely that line is going outside of the attraction.
I cannot
Oh, I'm sure.
freaking believe that.
I mean, people. I feel like you need to contact those people now and say, "Look, go do something else. You don't want to
Run.
wait."
Like the ride right next door. Just walk over there.
Cassie, how long's that? How long's Monsters currently? If you say 10 minutes, I'm
60.
gonna lose my shit. Okay,
No,
that's good.
60.
That's good. It's a
Did
busy
y'all see
day.
Minecart when I put it up?
Yeah,
300?
5 hours.
What the? Oh, sorry. I forgot. This is a family podcast. I think.
it's
Yeah,
not
I-
though. We can
it's
curse.
not.
Okay.
After
We can werewolf.
Sam's
We
already,
can
Sam's already,
werewolf.
Sam's
It's crazy.
already
But I appreciate obviously what Danielle said. It's like the last day of the holiday and things. But if people going back to school and work, like you would have thought by 4 p.m. on the Sunday before, people would be starting to leave the park, or maybe not going to Epic today. But wow,
Yeah.
those waits are
plan.
Wait,
crazy.
what's Battle currently, Cassie? Seems playing the
It's
wait time
delayed.
game. Oh,
Shock.
no surprise there.
Yeah, I don't know why you asked, to be honest.
No wonder everything's so
Fire drills
Time,
5
time.
minutes. Let's go, y'all.
It's snowing.
It's a bit
Because
chilly.
it's raining.
Yeah, it's a little cold out here for Florida.
moving on from Curse of the Werewolf then to Monsters Unchained.
You
I
start.
mean, I don't need to
Yeah.
say anything about this ride. what do I need to say?
Listen, we should know. Go.
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows. I think it's an S. I said Curse was easy to rank, but this was hands down the easiest. I didn't even give it a second's thought. Yeah, I think it's an S tier attraction without a single speck of hesitation or doubt. It has everything. Just a very special ride in all components to me. As everyone knows, I wax lyrical about this, and I've not had an experience like this in probably since Hagrid's opened in 2019, was it? So yeah, I don't say anything else other than S for me. Danielle?
Yeah, this is my second S and my last S, honestly. It is such a good ride. It's incredibly unique. Only Universal could do this. It's their monsters, and they went all in on it. I mean, look at how much it took up the documentary, but like it is from beginning to end, and including the queue, including the facade as you walk up, like you are immersed in this world. And I think it's just a really exciting ride. And I feel like there's always something new to catch. Maybe if you've ridden as many times as Jay has ridden it, maybe you've seen it all. But if you've only ridden it, I just think the sheer number of animatronics is incredibly impressive. And there's so much to look at, and they leave you sitting in it long enough to where you can soak it in versus a similar ride like Forbidden, where you get whipped around a little too much and you don't get to soak it all in. I just think this is a really well done ride. And if we're talking about load-in process, your girl's number one on that one. This is top tier for that. But yeah, just the ride itself from sitting down to exiting, I believe is an S.
Kenny?
Oh, it's absolute perfection. I put an S, no hesitation. I've said it before on the show. I think this is like the kind of ride Universal would have made in the 90s if they had the technology. Like it would have been up there with Kong, Earthquake, Back to the Future, all that stuff. Like it's just like they sat in a boardroom somewhere and said, let's put this, let's put this, let's put that. And they said, yes, let's do it. And they did it, all of it. Like it's just incredible. Love the ride. S, fight me, nothing lower.
Sam, do you want to fight?
I will fight. I think this is a fantastic ride. I think the animatronics are unbelievable. Yes, some of that face mapping, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't quite hit the mark. It still does look a bit dodgy. But the animatronics, the sheer amount of them, how amazing they are, I'm going A. The only reason I'm not giving it an S for me personally is because of a word that begins with S, and that is the story. I rode it a few times back to back, and I was blown away by the animatronics, but it just seemed almost like a bit of a showcase of how amazing the technology is, how amazing these things are in front of me. But it didn't really take me in with a really to understand story, especially when you're doing the single rider and you're just kind of straight on and you're not getting any of that build up through the queue or anything. So for me, it's an amazing ride. I would always want to ride it on any trip. The fact you can walk on most parts of the day, but it's not quite S for me.
Just to push back on that, the story I feel like is presented
I'm-
clearly, and by going through single rider, you're opting out of understand the story. I feel like our boy Igor is telling us from the get-go, you're going to get in this machine. So I think I don't know, maybe I'm a simple mind, but I think the story's pretty clear.
Yeah, I'll add to that. Like when I went, I could have done single rider, but I purposely went through the queue because I wanted to take in everything. I wanted to see it like a first person riding it, like perspective, going through the pre-show, everything like that, and it just hyped it up even more. Like by the time you get on the ride, you're so pumped to see everything. Like I don't know. I think the story's there, but you got to look for it.
And I've done the main queue for what it's worth, and maybe the fact that you're not queuing in it, you're just walking straight through it
Yeah.
because there isn't that, wait, there isn't that line. But for me personally, I fully appreciate, and you guys may well be right in what you're saying, but for me, my simple mind, I'm not quite getting that story to the extent I'd want to give it an S.
Cassie, where do you stand on this one?
Yeah, y'all know that when I first went to Epic for previews, I came back and I was like, I don't really like, it's not that I said it. Yeah, I mean, I thought that it was overhyped because of what influencers themselves do. They go on there, yeah, it was crazy. And I was expecting something really scary. So I think that's why I came back and was like, after riding it a few more times, I really started to appreciate a little bit more on my last trip, specifically in December. Getting to bring my two friends to Epic Universe that have never been, and watching their faces when they saw the animatronics kind of made it climb up my list again. So Igor alone is why I'm giving it an S. I can totally see where Sam is coming from, though. I mean, if y'all all said A, I would agree with you and go with A. But I am giving it an S because just every time I ride it, it's more and more amazing. And I gave Battle of the Ministry an A, and I feel like it just doesn't live up the same way Monsters does. So this is an S for me.
Cassie, is Igor a baby girl or not?
Igor is baby girl. I want to get a t-shirt of him with like the heart, like the emoji hearts all over it. I just love him.
So we're locking in S, yeah? All right? Thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. And people of Instagram also agree. Sadly, it was not quite as much as Stardust, but again, that's the coaster bump, unfortunately. 65% went with Superior, 26% went A, 6% went B, and 3% went C, which
They put the
Wow.
I
wrong
was
button.
gonna say something then, but I won't.
That is harsh.
Thankfully, the power of AI and ChatGPT said S as well. Right then, moving on to our final world, which is Super Nintendo. Is it Super Nintendo World or Super Nintendo Land? I never know which one to say.
World. It's a world. They're
Is it
all
world?
worlds. Yeah.
Super Nintendo World. And where shall we start? Start with Yoshi's Adventure. And Cassie, do you want to start?
Wow, this sucks. I was kind of hoping you weren't planning to start with me because I
That's
was
fine.
really hoping to. It's okay. No, it's fine. The first time I rode Yoshi's, I literally walked onto it, thought it was the cutest thing ever. The second time, I was in 105-degree weather and wanted to jump out the entire time. I'm going to give this a C. I think it's cute, it's adorable. Yoshi is so cute to me, and that's why it's a C. I could go for D.
Do you like
Yeah.
the blazing Yoshis?
Yeah, I do like the animatronics, but that's about it. I'm teetering between a D and a C. I wrote it was it end of November? And it was already looking kind of like a carnival ride with how the seats were picked at. And I know that's guests doing that, not like Universal, but I just think the wear and tear for a ride that's so exposed to the sun, maybe it should be lasting a little bit longer. Also, it's super exposed to the sun. I really
Not
enjoy
wrong
the
there.
I think the benefit of this ride is the view, but I can also just stand upstairs in Super Nintendo World for a similar view. And maybe I'm just not the best at hitting the eggs, but I just feel really confused with using the app. So maybe this is me not understanding the story on this one. But yeah, I think the Yoshis are cute. And it is a simple people mover ride. It gets you through. But I'm personally, my gut was a D, so I'm gonna stick with D. But maybe a higher D and not quite a fire drill D.
So this is a C for me. I think it does what it needs to do. It's a slow moving attraction. I think it's the only one probably in the park that's this type of thing. It's the equivalent of High in the Sky, Seuss Trolley here at Epic Universe. For the views, for me, which I fully appreciate what Danielle's saying there, if you can kind of get them elsewhere, you're exactly right. But for me, that's the bit that I appreciate. I think it's something for the kids to kind of take in. Again, like Cassie said, first time walk on. That's how I did it. That's how I would choose to do it. It's certainly not an attraction that I would be waiting 30, 45 an hour, like sometimes you can get to an EPA. But it does what it needs to do. I think it's a fun little ride for kids. It's got the views for me. So, middle of the road. See.
As for me, no, I did enjoy this ride, but I appreciate that it's not for me really. It's targeted for the younger ones, so I don't want to be too damning about my thoughts on it. I feel like for kids, it'll be a fun time and an enjoyable experience. Danielle, I completely agree with what you said. The sun was literally so piercing when I went on through the outside part, and I had to grab my little towel because I was like
Oh, yeah.
burning. It was going so slow. I was like, I just wish this would go a bit quicker because I am literally melting. It was like I was on the equator. So yeah, obviously I can't go high, but I don't want to go like F just because it wasn't thrilling for me because that's not fair. So I have gone for D as well for I don't know Yoshi's Adventure. I can't think of an alliteration there.
D for Doshi.
Two D's and two C's, I think, so far. So we'll give the final vote to Kenny.
I don't get a vote. Okay, cool.
No, final vote to Kenny.
Oh my gosh.
Deciding vote.
Okay, all right. Sam kind of took the words right out of my mouth. It does what it needs to do. I went with C for it. Like it's not groundbreaking, and it caters to a whole different crowd, and also bonus points for it being interactive. I think they could have easily made it just a plain, journey around Super Nintendo World with the views, but then when you add in the egg game and the power up band, you're just showing that you can do something even more, even when it's like a small experience. So I'm going with C.
See, it is then. We'll lock it in. The people of Instagram felt very differently. 40% was the majority, and that was F. Whether or not that's kind of what I alluded to earlier in saying just because it wasn't thrilling for them, they've gone for F. Maybe that's why, because it's obviously well themed and a really enjoyable experience for kids, no doubt. 25% were split evenly on D and C, so kind of agree with us on here between C and D. And 11% went with B, which was interesting, but fair enough. And sticking with that theme, ChatGPT said B. I'm not too sure where it's plucked that from.
A lot of Yoshi heads. Gets the Yoshi bump.
Yeah,
Cassie gets it. He's cute.
he is cute.
Moving on to our penultimate ride of the episode, shall we go to Minecart Madness? Sam, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, this was one that I struggled with. And when I say struggle with, bearing in mind it took me 40 seconds to do the entire list. We'll probably talk like 7 or 8 seconds on this one. I went for B. Now, I don't know if that's a little bit high. I don't think with this one they quite pulled off the execution, but it is unlike any other attraction out there. The way they've used that secondary track, I think, it's a fun little ride. It is quite short, unfortunately, but there are a few elements that are really fun. It's got something, I think, for everyone. Whether it is rough on purpose or it's just a bad design, I'm personally more inclined to go with the latter. And I think it's just an easy way for people to get out of it being a bit rough, saying, oh, it's a minecart, that's how it's designed to be. Not sure how I feel about that one. Everybody else may have different opinions, but you know what? It's a fun little ride. It's one that I did a couple of times in May. Unfortunately, didn't get to do it in August because it was down and then high wait times. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's fine. It's good.
What did you give it?
A B.
Okay.
I also went with a B for it. I like it. I enjoy it when I'm on it. There's still this question of who is this made for, because this is rough for like a small child and even like a person with back problems or anything, or you could create some for you. Like it's just such a rough experience. That's the only weird thing about the ride, but everything else it's pretty good. I mean, it's got animatronics, it's got a cool ride design, ride system. I agree with Sam on I believe it's design flaw that made it so rough. I feel like if it was that rough during testing before they even built it, they probably wouldn't have. But now it's like, oh, we're stuck with it. We spent $500 million. Woo!
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Enjoy getting your back adjustment.
Just imagine now the guys coming off it like after testing and be like, that's pretty rough, and they're all like, you know what? Let's go with that. That sounds good. A bit of a headache. Let's just go with it. Be fine. Cassie.
Yeah, I went with B.
Okay.
So badly when I first wrote it, I was like, please be an A, please, but no, it's just not for me. So B, Q. Can't wait to write it again though.
Danielle, are you aligned?
I am aligned. I love the Donkey Kong Country, so I love the theming of it all. So the ride itself is fun to me, and the theming, even isolated from the rest of its surroundings. And the animatronics are some of my favorite in the park. I just wish it was a little bit longer. For me, I'm coming up on like 8 or 9 months since I last wrote it, so it's probably been the longest gap out of anybody on the podcast. And I don't remember it being that rough for me, but maybe I'm just built different. So that was not a negative for me. I just think it's also one of those rides where the front is so much better than the second row. And that's frustrating. Whereas like there's no bad seat on Stardust Racers, so it's kind of like if I wasn't in the front, now it's like, did I waste this? I don't know why it meant so much to me is to be in the front. Just the perspective mattered. It'd be fun if it was like a tour, but that's not a minecart, I guess. But yeah, I'm good with B, especially looking at my C's. I know that one time Jay didn't ever. He was like, we don't look at the other rankings, but no, I'm not putting it on the same rating as Carousel. This is a B for me.
And yeah, would it be an A if you were looking at each other?
I still didn't give Curse an A, and we were looking at each other, so I don't know. I don't know on that one. Yeah.
I'm the same as you, Sam, in terms of I was struggling between two letters, and I've still got a slash between two. It's incredibly unique for Universal. It's unique for me. I've never ridden something like that before, so I think it deserves some recognition for the innovativeness. The theming as well is absolutely outstanding for the entirety of the ride. It never lets up. I had two different experiences. My first time was brilliant. I thought it was amazing, to be honest. And then my second time, I was battered and bruised in the brain. So not quite as good as the first time. So I was going to go with C, but again, I can't really argue too much with what you said. So we'll go with B for Minecart Madness. The people of Instagram disagreed slightly, as 38% majority went for C, 33% went with B, so it was pretty close. 20%, which is quite a lot, went for A, which interesting. I mean, it could maybe squeeze up to that high. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't rough for them. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be more positive from Instagram. I thought they'd probably go A because it's a coaster, but I guess people all kind of feel the same way. It's like it's good, but not like the best.
And go on, Danielle.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think instead of the coaster bump, it's the Super Nintendo bump. Like people just really love Donkey Kong, so you're gonna be loyal to that type of theming. So you're naturally gonna rank it higher.
On paper, like what this attraction was supposed to be. And that's why kind of going into Epic, it was the thing I was most looking forward to, not because I thought it was going to be the best ride, but the thing I was most looking forward to experiencing, because obviously I know how it works, the mechanics. I know that we're not jumping in the air, but the fact this track is supposed to just disappear in front of you and then you're supposed to land on the other side, like it was that thing of unless they absolutely nailed that execution, it probably was never going to live up to that hype. So I think it did miss the mark a little bit, but still decent attraction.
Yeah, 9% went with D for what it's worth. Kenny, you mentioned about you thought it was more positive. ChatGPT is the positive one in this episode. it went for A. It went for A. Maybe it went on uniqueness. Maybe who knows? Who knows what the robots are thinking? Last but not least, moving on to Mario Kart Madness. Sam, that's right, isn't it? Get it right. Yeah. Probably quite a divisive one. I would say maybe the most divisive one. I don't know. I'm just speculating there. Kenny, do you want to start us off on our final ride?
Okay. I feel like whenever people make criticisms of it, it always comes down to it wasn't fast enough. It didn't do this. It didn't do that. But the ride from its conception was always supposed to be just like a kid's ride where you basically feel like you're playing Mario Kart. And I think to that effect, they did it. It's got great sets. It's got great moving figures. I'm not going to say animatronics. The thing that holds it back for me is the AR technology. I think it wasn't quite where it needed to be for this ride to really, really pop. And hopefully that changes in the future. So for that reason, I'm going to go with a B for Mario Kart. I think it does what it needs to do. It's fun, it's colorful, and they definitely work really hard on it. You can tell.
Though this isn't my favorite ride and I'm not going to rewrite it every time I visit, I really enjoy it. I submitted Rainbow Road as one of the elements, like one of my favorite elements on Universal property. I really enjoy all the different rooms. And I think it's kind of fun to do it with the goggles and like seeing it for how it exists. I put this as a B. I think it delivers, but it's not, again, I'm not gonna like race to rope drop this ever. But I think if you're a Mario Kart fan, you are for me, I'm in my Wii. Like this is literally, it feels like I am in my living room with my siblings and at my parents' house, like playing. So I think it's really fun and I really enjoy Rainbow Road, but also like, I'm not the biggest Super Nintendo fan, so I don't know all the fancy stuff, but the Ghost Manor or Luigi's Manor or whatever,
Yes.
I love that room. I
I
love the
know.
music. I love the music and I love how it looks. But yeah, I really enjoy it. But yeah, B.
Cassie?
Yeah, I also gave it a B. Really just agree with everything Kenny and Danielle said. I've ridden it once. I would love to be able to ride it more, but the wait time is always just atrocious. Can't afford Express Pass currently, so maybe in the future when wait times are down, I'll get on it again. But to me, it's just a fun ride. I expected to not like it as much as I did, so B.
So I'm gonna throw you out on a limb here and say you're not gonna say B.
I'm not. I want to say B. I get the passion. I get why the guys are saying B. Unfortunately, it's just a smidgen lower for me. It's a C attraction. Um, I know we're talking about Epic Universe, but when in Hollywood this is like the only Nintendo attraction, I think I'd be a little bit disappointed personally. I think it's fine. Again, taking it one step back to the queue, I think the theming is on point. I think there's some really good dark ride elements to it. And I think Kenny, for me, whilst he gave it a B, everything he said was completely accurate in terms of the headset just isn't quite there, the controlling and the shooting. If I'm being honest, a lot of the times I'm just shooting and I'm hitting. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm hitting it. And I actually enjoyed the ride so much more the last time I rode it, where after about a quarter, I just took the headset off and I just enjoyed it as a dark ride. So whilst that element of it for me could be a B, it's kind of like, well, if I'm getting more enjoyment by taking the main bit of this ride off to experience it that way, maybe it's not quite hitting the mark. And again, I know wait times shouldn't directly impact things, but the wait time for this attraction is absolutely crazy. Unless you get it at the very start of EPA, you are going hours and hours. So it's a C. It's a good ride. Again, looking forward to experiencing it. I know Joey really likes it, so I'm sure we will be experiencing it next time we're there. But unfortunately, just misses the mark a little bit in terms of that B category. So I'm going to C.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Sam. I agree with everything you said, and I agree with the C rating. I'm going with C as well. As you mentioned, some love it, some were really disappointed. I'm in the latter camp. Again, it's unique. It's something we haven't seen before at Universal Orlando. But I will say that I've only done it once. So, like I said at the top of the show, I don't think that's a true indication of my full thoughts. I might go on it again, and it could be completely different. So, my C's a little bit with an asterisk on the end. So yeah, it's incredibly well themed. It's unbelievable. The theming it's unbelievably well done. The immersion's amazing, but I personally was just hoping for a bit more. Kenny, I know you said that it was as it was supposed to be. Like that's what it was always going to be. So,
Mhm.
but I didn't look too much into the Hollywood version, so I didn't know what speed or anything like that. I wanted to go in completely blind to it, all so to speak. But I can see why others would go higher. I completely get it because it is. Yes, that's how fast it goes, Sam. You really get it. it's really well executed. It was just I wanted something different for my own taste, I guess.
Mhm.
But that's three B's, sorry, and two C's. So we'll have to go with the majority of B. Also, the interesting point that people of Instagram agreed with us too, Sam. 34% went with C, and the second highest was D, 29%. Not the other way. It was really close. 27% went with B, and 11% went with A. And again, ChatGPT, being the positive prince that they are, went for A as well.
Oh,
Just uber positive, even though it forgot Firedrill, so it'll work for me now.
and I really think speed is just the thing. It's like for some reason we've conditioned ourselves to believe that, oh, if it's not fast or it doesn't drop, it's not good. But I'm like, no, you have to have rides that are just, kind of like a dark ride, like just a chill dark ride with cool sets. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like Fast and Furious.
Talking to you, Sam, I think. Everything doesn't need to be fast.
No, everything does. And you know what, like on reflection of the gradings you guys have given and looking back at my list now, thinking about your favorite ride in the world, Jay, maybe I could go up to an S for that, Battle of the Ministry. I'm inclined to go very strong B, but I could probably go to a low A as well. So you know what, I think you guys, whilst we're aligned for most of them, I think where your guys settled in terms of the gradings, I agree with on reflection. So well done. Instagram and ChatGPT, however, maybe not so much. But you guys, you're all right.
We'll take that. What a positive way to end, Rhonda. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Finally, just before we finish, just a quick recap. I hope I've written these down correctly because last time I didn't and I got them all wrong. So please try and tell me if I'm wrong. Written on my Universal Stellar Nova Resort notepad as well.
Yes.
Very, very chaotic, scribbling down. So Constellation Carousel went for C for Carousel, of course. Stardust Racers went for S, of course. Battle of the Ministry A, Fire Drill D, Dragon Racers Rally D, Hiccups Wing Gliders A, Curse of the Werewolf C, Monsters Unchained S, Yoshi's Adventure C, Minecraft Madness B, and Mario Kart Madness / Bowser's Challenge B as well. There we go. That wasn't too bad, was it?
Oh.
It's so fascinating to me though, like up until right at the end where we were giving the Bs, the season of Ds were winning. And I'm like, is Epic Universe a good park? Like if you were
I know.
just looking like
100%. When I was ranking mine, I thought exactly the same
I
thing.
was
Like,
like,
why do we
Yeah.
like this, guys? Like, so many mid-tier attractions.
I agree with you guys completely because when I was thinking about the park a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, to me, Epic, it's got like all these really good bangers, but then there's nothing like kind of in the middle that's like, just a decent people leading ride that's enjoyable. Like this park doesn't have a Transformers or like a, I don't know,
Simpsons.
Bluto, ride where it's like effort was put in, but it doesn't have to be like an S tier ride. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But it's also
I
like
was-
not bad either.
I was wondering because I don't have the other two set up, but like if we could do it percentage, like of the rides for this park, the percentage that we ranked in S and an A, just to see like how it falls, I think would be really, really fascinating. If you want more homework, Jay, that'd be
Yes, please.
Okay.
Got to keep busy.
Yep.
Right, that will do it for today's episode. Really enjoyed it again. I do love a good ranking episode. And yeah, thank you all for joining me. It's weird again having everyone together. It's really nice. So thank you. And thank you to everyone watching and listening. And we will see you all again next week.
Bye.
Ah.